Madam Speaker, I rise to present some good news from California, which is that crime is once again illegal in my home state. California voters have overwhelmingly passed, with almost 70% of the vote, Proposition 36, an initiative to make crime illegal again. It passed with a higher percentage of the vote than any other initiative on the ballot in California. It passed in each and every one of California's 58 counties, and it wasn't close anywhere. It passed in San Francisco. It passed in LA. It passed everywhere across the state. And this was despite the fact that the leaders of the supermajority legislature were against it. It's despite the fact that Governor Gavin Newsom fought the initiative tooth and nail each and every step of the way. Newsom concocted schemes to try to remove the initiative from the ballot. When that failed, he led the campaign against the initiative. And yet, at the end of the day, California voters overwhelmingly passed it, and Governor Newsom, for his part, decided to insult the voters. He said the initiative was a very lazy response to the state's crime problem. He even said he doesn't recognize the state that he's living in. And that's probably a good thing, because the state that we've been living in is one where crime has effectively been legalized. If you walk into a store in many parts of California, first of all, on your way into the store, you might have to walk through an open-air drug market or a place where drugs are being openly exchanged and used. You might have to step around needles that are on the ground. This might happen on your way to school or in a park or in many other public places. And then you go into a store, let's say it's a CVS, and you just need to get some shampoo or a stick of deodorant. Well, you can't just go and take it off the shelf and pay. It's going to be under lock and key. And you're going to need to go and press a button or summon an attendant to come and unlock the cabinet so you can get your stick of deodorant or you can get your bottle of shampoo. And the reason, of course, they're doing that is because the legal system cannot be relied upon to deter crime, so retailers have had to take matters into their own hands. And if there is a theft incident, which does actually dramatically reduce the margins of retailers and is driving many out of business in California, there's nothing they can do about it. They just have to watch the person walk out the door with stolen merchandise. And then usually they won't even bother to report it to the authorities because they know nothing is going to happen because the laws on the books are not strong enough to make a prosecution worth going through in most places. So that's why I say this initiative was designed to make crime illegal again, because currently in the state, there is no consequence for criminal activity, so crime effectively is legal. But Prop 36, which has been overwhelmingly approved by voters, changes that. First of all, what it does is it restores penalties for those who repeatedly steal merchandise from our stores. Number two is that it restores rehabilitation, mandatory treatment for those who are repeatedly arrested for drug use. And number three is it toughens penalties for fentanyl dealers, with fentanyl poisoning and overdoses continuing to result in such tragic losses in every community throughout California. So our state, Madam Speaker, I am happy to report, is on a path back to sanity. For folks around the country who love California, who have considered it the Golden State, but are dismayed by what has happened in recent years, this is cause for hope. And not only that, but a decision of the U.S. Supreme Court, which I wrote an amicus brief for, has restored the ability of our communities to actually remove homeless encampments from public places, which a previous Ninth Circuit decision blocked them from doing. And we're already seeing some of our streets getting cleaned up. Not only that, we just had a couple of the most reckless district attorneys in the country, including George Gascon in Los Angeles, removed from office. So we truly are on a path back to sanity. I believe it's a new day for California, and I'm very excited about the progress that we're going to continue to make in the months and years ahead.